Hey, welcome to another episode of the Art of Relationship show. And it's going to be maybe disheartening, but I want to try to help people, you know what, that's going through a lot of stuff right now, okay? A lot of, with all the mass shootings, the mass murders that have been going on. And here in Michigan, you know, about 50 miles northwest of me, it's all over the, about another mass shooting, okay? So I want to talk about and dedicate this show to the family members that have lost their lives, okay? And that's why I brought up about no regrets, okay? The title of this show is about no regrets. How many people, knock on wood, excuse me, easy for me to say, right? Knock on wood. I don't want anyone to, lose their life. We're all going to die. Let's be honest, okay? So no regrets, talking about, I don't want people to have regrets, right? Man, I wish I would have told them, oh my God, they got in a car accident, had a heart attack and they passed away. And I'm going to do a special episode coming up with the holiday seasons, that the holidays are not that easy for a lot of people. They're rough, okay? So I don't want regrets for you and your loved one, right? A lot of people, oh, why do you always tell me to drive safe? Why do you always tell me to be safe, right? Oh, you're not my mom, you're not my dad. It's because I love you, okay? So with no regrets, I want people to be able to understand and look at, what are you doing so you don't have regrets in your love life, in your marriage, in your relationship, okay? And it's very, very difficult because I hear it all the time. Oh, if only I told them, we got in a fight before they left and they got in a car accident. And sadly, like I said, with the mass murders going on here in Michigan as well, it's horrific, and do I have all the answers to solve it? No, I don't. I'm honest, okay? But I'm looking at no regrets in your love life. And there's a lot of people that maybe went through a divorce. They went through a breakup, and they're like, damn, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have showed them I love them more. I wish I wasn't as selfish. I wish I took them into consideration. So I'm going to help you during this episode, okay, to look at so you don't have regrets going forward. Does that mean you're not going to have disagreements? You're going to, right? Let's be real. But I'm looking at, what do you do so you don't have regrets, so you don't look back, damn, I wish I would have. I wish I did this. I could have done this, okay? So don't go anywhere. I'm going to play the intro, and I'll be right back with the Art of Relationship show. Peace. Don't go nowhere. There we go, and we're back, everybody. So looking at no regrets, and I always intro myself, if you will, okay? Hey, Dave. Hey, what's happening? I hope things are going smooth for you as well. So I'm Greg Dudzinski. I'm a fully licensed professional counselor here in Detroit area, Michigan. Woohoo! Go Lions, right? Go Tigers, too. So I'm a relationship and sex specialist. I've been doing this now a little over 23 years professionally. And I also have a lot of grief, a lot of trauma experience. And I'm very flattered to help people that they reach out to me, okay? I'm very flattered, very humbled by that. And that's why I do the Art of Relationship show, okay? It's to help people. And a disclosure, though, I can't help people like professional counseling because of HIPAA. I can't guarantee HIPAA confidentiality, not at all in this format. So I just want to throw that out there. But I want to help you the most I can. Now, throw your comments, throw your, questions that you have down below. And it doesn't have to deal with the topic at hand, right? I try to pick a topic for every Art of Relationship show episode. So you can throw your questions out there regarding marriage, even if you're going through a divorce, sadly, a breakup, sex stuff, intimacy aspect, challenges, parenting. I'll do the best I can to help you out. And yes, I do have a lot of, when I said grief and trauma experience. Trauma in adults, but I used to work with severe trauma in kids and teens as well. So anything I can do to help you out, I'll do the best I can, okay? So talking about no regrets. How many people wake up, maybe you're in a bad mood, and you try to condone or justify, I didn't sleep well. That's why I was in a bad mood. That's why, I was snapped at you. I was rude to you. And we try to justify our actions, right? And then what happens if that person passes away, right? And now we're like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have said this. That's why I'm doing this episode, okay? Not only the horrific mass shootings all over the place, which, let's face it, how do we stop it? I wish I had the answer, right? I think a big part of it has to start and promote from the top of the country to be able to look at, promoting peace and get rid of hate and a divide that's going on in our nation, right? Hey, Kat, what's going on? Ehab, woohoo! I think it, let's be real, starts at the top. And we need to promote peace and love throughout the world, not just this country. Get rid of racism, hatred, okay? We know it's been around forever, but that doesn't mean because it has been that we have to tolerate it and not do anything about it. So, no regrets. How often do you tell your person you love them? And I'm not talking just lip service, right? I'm talking about that it comes from the heart and soul, right here, right? That you mean it, okay? That you're intentional. And I have it, like I said, I have it tattooed on my arm, right? Love intentionally. So I'm huge at being intentional, not just going through lip service, not just being habitual, habits, right? So how often do you make sure your partner knows you care about him or her, that you love that person, you cherish that person, right? Does that mean you're never going to get upset at that person? No, not at all. I'm a realist, right? It's going to happen, right? We're not perfect. Nobody is. But how often do you apologize if you screwed up? That you really, heartfelt, show remorse, show, guilt, that, you apologize. And it's not like, I'm sorry I made you mad, but you pissed me off. You get me? So part of the regrets aspect is looking at what you can do to be a better partner today, right now. What stuff can you stop doing to be, a better partner? And this is not a gender issue. It cuts across all domains, okay? And that's where I want people to understand and look at, I don't want those regrets as the title of this episode, right? I don't want people, losing a loved one and you're living with that regret that, what? I should have done this. I wish I would have done this. I could have been a better partner. You know what? I wish I didn't cheat. I wish I could go on and on and on over as far as how many regrets I hear on a daily basis, right? I want those to be able to be healed. Hey, Leisha, what's happening? Woohoo! So, like I said, join in down below. Throw your questions down there. Hey, Bella, hey, what's going on? So throw your questions, throw your comments down there. And I'd like to hear, anonymous. I'm not going to mention your names or anything, okay? I respect, try to be as private as possible, even though, I can't guarantee that. So I won't mention your names. You can throw your comments down below, people, and to be able to look at what regrets have you had or what regrets that you have now that you haven't looked at, have they been healed? You know what? Oh, it's been a year ago. It's forgotten. Maybe your partner has not forgotten, okay? There's people that still harbor hurt and pain, and it's been 5 years ago something happened, 20 years ago something happened. And you know what? That regret that you're bearing it, and it's not, or trying to bury it, I should say, but it always comes back and bites you in the booty, okay? I don't want that. That's why I said, what are you doing to heal that so you don't have regrets down the road? Oh, I wish I would have apologized. I wish I would have handled this differently. And this can be also not only with our person, our loved one, it also can be with our kids, right? I'm the parent, so you need to do what I tell you to do and all this, right? I get that. Kids don't make the rules. Kids need discipline. They need accountability. But what happens if you're trying to teach your kids accountability and remorse and to be sorry, but you're not modeling those behaviors? Let's be real. Yes, I'm calling you out. That's where I want people to look at in your life, to get rid of regrets. And we know the term gets thrown out all over the place, right? Egotistical, narcissistic, right? That people have a hard time taking accountability and acknowledging their flaws, their faults when they're sorry. And some people, they justify their behaviors. If you want to talk about a textbook narcissist, you know what? And no, not everybody is narcissistic, right? Like a lot of people, believe that, hey, Andrea, what's going on? But when it comes to regrets, out there, I don't want that. That's where I want people to understand and look at, what are you doing so you tell your kids, you love them, you're sorry, you should have handled it differently, to own your shit, right? And also being able to look at, what are you doing to, tell your partner you love them and mean it. Not only tell them with words, right? A lot of people watching the Art of Relationship show, no, I am not into just lip service. I'm into behaviors. I'm into actions. I'm into being legit. I'm into heartfelt, right? I'm not into people, well, I really don't want to, but I'll do it anyways. Life's full of that, right? But I'm talking about swallowing your pride, your ego, and to be able to live where your partner, you go off to work and something happens, knock on wood. I don't want anything to happen, but we can't control that too much, right? Like with what happened in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Like I said, it's about 50 miles northwest of me here in Metro Detroit. And, we could go to Oxford shooting. We all over the place, all over the country. I would love to eliminate that and get rid of that, absolutely. So I'm looking at, what do you do to live with no regrets? What do you do to make sure your partner knows you love them, you cherish them, you desire them? Can we do that 24 hours a day? No. Well, we'll probably drive each other nuts, let's be honest. But also being able to look at, we work, we have bills to pay, kids to raise, that type of situation. But we want to limit the regrets as much as possible. I don't want people to go after, damn, I wish I would have done this. And a lot of people will look at, it's ironic when someone passes away and we hear people, they're hysterical. Oh my God, my loved one just passed. They had a heart attack, car accident. Oh my God, they were involved in a mass shooting and they died. And they're, acting all hysterical and all this stuff. And I get it. It's horrific, right? And then you look back in friends, family, those type of situations. Why is she acting this way? She could care less about him. Why is he acting this way? He could care less the way he talked about her. Do you understand me now, people? How many people will look at and they'll bash their partner, the friends, family, relatives, and act like, they don't even care about that partner. They're not showing them that they're a priority, that they're even loved, that they're even cherished. But yet they act hysterical when that person passes away. Knock on wood, right? I don't want anyone to pass away. Hey, D. Damaris, what's happening? Right here, baby. So I'm looking at, so you don't have those regrets, right? And there's a lot of people, if you want to call them hypocritical, right? They'll bash and rip their partner apart to shreds. And it's like, man, you don't even forget about loving. You don't even respect, love. Don't even consider that person the way you treat them. And yet, if, when they pass away, you're like all broken up. My question is, why didn't you show that ahead of time? You get me about regrets. You get me? So that's where I want people to understand, why are you treating somebody poorly, rudely, disrespectfully, and they're your wife, your husband, boyfriend, girl, whatever, right? It could be even the kids. And then when they're no longer around, you play the victim. you act like, oh my God, I lost my life, whatever, but you didn't treat them that way. So I told people, I'm a realist, okay? I call people out on their shit, but not to be mean, to try to teach, to try to get people to understand, what's going on so they don't have those regrets going on. And that's where I look at those people, what are you doing to make sure those regrets and that you do like that person, that you do love that person? My question is, why are you ripping them apart? Because let's be real, you rip that person apart left and right over and over again, and you're still with them. What's that make you look like? Makes you look sort of foolish, right? Doesn't make you look like a good person. It makes you look horrific. So that's where I'm looking at. Why are you ripping that person apart, but you still choose to be with them? But then if they happen to pass away, then you're acting all hysterical. Oh my God, the love of my life, whatever. And everyone's looking around like you're crazy, you're a fool, right? And I know I shouldn't use the word crazy, right? I don't want that. Now you have to look at, what are you doing, people, so those regrets are limited, that those regrets don't happen, okay? And again, throw your comments down below, people. I want to hear your comments. Maybe you have regrets that you want to get. I don't want people to hold on to them. I want them to heal and to release them and not, hold yourself hostage over those regrets the rest of your life, right? I don't want people to have them, but I'm also looking at, hey, Lindsay, what's happening? What's going on? But I don't want people to be able to, hold on to those regrets and all of a sudden carry those with you for the rest of your life. I want you to be able to, forgive yourself as well, but I don't want the regrets to happen to begin with. And that's why I'm, doing this special episode today of the Art of Relationship show. Look quick, check out my website, people. I still have courses on sale. Use the discount coupon code LOVE, L-O-V-E, simple, right? And you get $30 off. I think the courses they're only $47 with that coupon. They're cheap. Healing after an affair, reigniting your relationship. I had a brain fart, and also a premarital course as well. Okay, so check them out, theartofrelationships.org. And also, follow me. All my episodes, probably the easiest way to find them is on YouTube. To be honest, they're all lined up at LoveGuruGreg. Check them out as well, and I appreciate it. So going back to with the regret aspect, like I said, it goes with kids. It goes with, parenting domains. I can't ever let the kids, understand or see me make a mistake. I'm supposed to be the parent, the adult. Being an adult, being a parent is also admitting that we're wrong, that we can make mistakes, that we don't have to, I should have handled it wrong. That doesn't mean the kids get whatever they want. Hell no, don't ever do that, okay? I'm all about having accountability, responsibility, and teaching kids discipline, work ethic. You get me? So that doesn't mean we don't have consequences for them. We need them. But also, do we have consequences that we own our shit, that we stop doing stuff that hurts our person, that disrespects our person, that, that we don't take them into consideration with decision making. If it is about going to the store, as simple as this, hey, go to the store and you come home with a pop, candy bar, whatever, and your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend's looking at you, hey, where's mine? And you're like, oh, I didn't think of you. That just sort of hurts them, right? Oh, I didn't think you wanted any. It's those little regrets that add up. They stack up. Responsibility, right? Accountability. Showing your person you love them, that you care about them. You take them into consideration. And what are you doing when you own that stuff, right? And regrets, right? We all have regrets, but do we apologize for them? Oh, I should have done this. I should have been more special about this. I should have made you feel a lot more special instead of, doing it, whatever it is, right? It could be a birthday. It could be a gift. It could be engagement. It could be whatever it is, right? That's why I don't want regrets. And to be able to look at, and try to help you so you don't have them. You learn that you start showing your person, even if they pissed you off, that you love them, but you can address that. Maybe a regret is, I should have brought this up years ago, but I didn't. Now, your resentment is right at the top and you blow up. And the person has no idea what's going on because they forgot what happened 20 years ago. You get me? That's why I don't want the buildup of the regrets. You know what? I'll eat it. It's not a big deal. And then you blow up. I want stuff to be able to be healed now. That's why it's important enough to be able to communicate and to be able to look at your partner and look at, you know what, I'm sorry I did this. You know what, it'll never happen again, and make sure it doesn't happen again, right? How many people, I have couples on a daily basis that they have regrets that they cheated, right? Some people don't have regrets, but a majority of people I work with, they own it. They show remorse. Man, I wish I wouldn't have cheated. I felt like shit. I felt guilty. And you get me? And then this happens. I don't want those regrets. I don't want people to look back and, damn, I wish I wouldn't have done this, especially when it cuts your person deep. It hurts her or his feelings. It's like kicking them in the nuts, right? If it's a guy and ladies getting kicked in the, groin, genital region, it hurts them too. So I heard. I don't know. I heard that. So those are the situations that I want people to be able to look at. What are you doing on a daily basis to show your person that you love them? Because we can't guarantee they're going to walk back through that door. We can't guarantee we're going to walk through our door. I don't want people to live in fear and paranoia. Not at all, okay? But I want people to start showing your person, I do love you. I do miss you. Not just saying it. What are we doing to show them that? And it's hard, right? A lot of people have young kids, 2, 3, young kids working, both parents work. And it's very difficult. We get so overwhelmed. But what do we do to take that time, little moment? I miss you. I love you. I know we don't have a lot of time. It's acknowledging it and not just taking each other for granted. And then if that person is not there anymore, like I said, you know what? That a car accident, a heart attack, mass shooting takes them from us. And we're like, damn, I wish I would have. I don't want that. I want you to be, legit and honest and to be able to, I did make them feel loved. I did make them feel cherished. Is it perfect? Nothing's perfect. Even with our kids, right? Maybe, people end up breaking up. They end up divorced because of shit they shouldn't have done. Or, let's face it, some people, they just don't jive together. Let's be honest, okay? They just don't jive together. That's different. You could look at, I done this, I worked on this, I was a good partner, I could have worked on this, that you learn from it. But if that partner, leaves you because you neglect them, you don't show them you love them, desire, show them you appreciate, cherish them, and then they leave you, and then you're like, oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It hurts. It rips, right? I'm not trying to be, maybe I am being a little sarcastic, okay? Hey, Pierre, what's going on, bro? It's been a while, man. Peace and love to you. I hope life's good, bro. So that's where I look at, I don't want people to look at that and have those regrets. I should have done this. I should have done that. Or some people pretend, oh, I was the greatest partner and I missed them. Why'd they leave you? Because maybe you didn't show them that. We could do everything perfect, right? No one's perfect. And they still will leave us, or we don't want to be with them because of differences, different lifestyles, different, beliefs, values, that type of thing. It happens, sadly. But I want you to live with, I did show them respect. I did show them responsibility. I did show them, I did love them and cherish them and cared for them and took them into consideration, so there's no regrets. within ourselves, okay? That's where I want people to be able to look at, to challenge you to be able to improve on a daily basis, that you show your person that you care about them, you love them, your kids. That doesn't mean, you're going to all over the place with your kids. Oh my God, gross, right? But that you show them and cherish them and be able to teach them that they can show that they're sorry, to teach remorse, to teach that, to be accountable for our actions. Great lesson to teach kids. And also that we are human, that we make mistakes. And as a parent, have my daughter tell, I've made all kind of mistakes. I'm human too, right? Especially doing this, working with kids, very human. I made a lot of mistakes, but I don't want to redo those. But I want to admit those. I want to own those and to look at how we impact our loved one, okay? That's part of the regret aspect, that, that we look at how we impact them, not necessarily our intentions. How did I hurt you? Oh, it wasn't my intent to hurt you. Does that matter? But you did. So those are part of the regret repertoire, if you will, or not having regrets, about owning and paying better attention how we impact one another. Okay? So, I'm got to cut the show short. I have clients coming in soon. So I appreciate everybody. Hey, Debbie, what's going on? Roy, what's happening? And I appreciate everybody tuning in. And please stop having regrets out there and being able to look at and show your person. I know it's hard at times. We irritate one another, right? Real life. We annoy one another. But underneath all that, we have to look at what are we doing to show that person, even though we are annoyed, we still love them and we understand they're human, but also owning our stuff, owning our shit, to be able to look at, you know what, I'm sorry. I didn't want to yell at you. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. And that's a huge regret aspect. You know what? Let's face it. Would we like our person to do whatever it is that we're doing? Would we like our person to treat us the same way we are treating them? So we need to stop it. That doesn't mean we allow anyone to treat us like shit, to disrespect us. Not at all. I'm all about self-love and self-respect, like I mentioned on every episode. But I want people to be able to look at, you know what, we can stop them. Maybe part of regret, I shouldn't let them talk to me all these years. They yelled and screamed at me. Maybe that's a regret for not sticking up for ourselves as well. So it's all a part of growing, evolving. We're human, people. But please, please, let your loved ones know that you do care about them. You do love them. You do cherish them. Okay? So we don't have regrets when they're not here. Okay? Again, the Art of Relationship show is, or that's the name of this show. theartofrelationships.org is down below. That's my website. Like, follow me. Like I said, every episode can be easily watched on YouTube at LoveGuruGreg. Like, follow me all over social media. Again, this show is to help people become better people, to become better partners for one another and promote love and growth and evolving and getting more connected. And also have fun, joke around with one another a little bit too, okay? So peace and love to everybody out there. Take care, okay? My best wishes. Bye-bye. Peace.